Hey, look who it is. Did you have a good day? Okay, the best hugs, as always. And kisses, too. Yeah, I took the afternoon off so I could come see you. It was a little nerve-wracking asking for special time off as the new guy, but I'm glad it worked out. Although, honestly, if they even had fired me on the spot, that would be okay too. It's not like I'll be at this new job much longer anyway. Oh, because come next semester, I'll be a student here too. But even though I can't wait for us to go to school together, that's not what I came here to tell you. Actually, if it's all right with you, can we sit down? There's a bench right over there. Don't worry, this isn't an ambush. There's nothing wrong, and there's not going to be anything wrong. Actually, life is looking up more than it ever has. And I promise I'm not breaking up with you. It's just that I have something I want to say. And I want to say it here, at this university where we first met, where all of this began. Where we began. The day we first met, I remember feeling absolutely blindsided, in a good way, by how easily you opened up to me. Normally, getting students to talk is like pulling teeth. But you weren't like that. You were brave, you were vulnerable and honest, and you let me hold you, and you trusted me to care about what you were feeling. And at the end of it all, when you held me back, you hugged me so hard. As if I were somebody important. Somebody you could hold on to for dear life. I didn't feel like I could be that person. But you seemed to feel that way. I was amazed by that. And still am, I guess. Most people close themselves off when they feel afraid, but you did exactly the opposite. And after I got to know you for a while, after we worked through your assignments, talked about life, and got through the worst of the stress and chaos, it became so clear to me that you're even more intelligent and open-hearted than I initially gave you credit for. And believe me, I gave you a lot of credit. I felt so honored to help you reach your potential. It was truly a privilege to be able to help you thrive, then watch you soar. But that very progress also meant that my time with you was becoming redundant. You wouldn't need my help as TA for much longer. I think we both knew what I was really doing when I asked you to keep coming to our review sessions, even though you really didn't need to. Fortunately, I got incredibly lucky. I was kind of shocked when you agreed to keep showing up without even stopping to think about it. But I guess my hugs are just that irresistible, huh? Or maybe it's the kisses. But It wasn't all fun, was it? I nearly screwed everything up completely. I can't believe it ever passed through my mind to break up with you. You hadn't done anything wrong, and even back then, I knew in my heart that I wanted you more than I wanted that stupid job. And after I quit, things were rough for a while, weren't they? We saw each other less, I had to find work at a completely different place, and I couldn't always come see you. I think we were both lonely. And Dad was not happy. He didn't like that I was quitting my job, and he certainly didn't like why I was quitting either. But that wasn't even the worst of it. I can handle my pop being angry at me, you know? What was harder to handle was his disappointment. He didn't take well to hearing that I don't plan on teaching anymore. I mean, looking back, it's obvious that I didn't really want to follow in his footsteps, at least not in the same way. I don't want to spend time grading papers and building lesson plans. I mean, teachers are wonderful, and God knows we need more people like my dad in the world. But I like the path that I'm on now better. It suits me more, you know? I want to help people in a different way. It'll be a long slog going back to school to study psych of all things. But I think I'll make a much better therapist than a teacher. Hell, I'm already looking forward to it. And when Dad realized that, he came around. Sorry, this whole thing is getting away from me a little bit. I guess what I'm trying to say is all of it. The good and the bad. The painful and the pleasant. It was all worth it. Absolutely everything. From the moment we met to this moment. Right here. Right now. It's all been worth it. There's no one else I'd rather be with. No one else I'd rather take as many risks for. No one else I'd rather help reach their potential. And no one else who inspires me more to reach mine. I realize now that there's nothing in this world that I want more than to support you for as long as you'll let me. Not because you need me, but because I need you. I love you, and I wouldn't change a damn thing about any of it. I know you love me too. I've known it for a while. And every time I've looked into your eyes and seen that softness there. And if that had left any doubt, which it couldn't have, but hear me out, then my poor abused ribs would have made it clear enough, right? I swear, your arms are like a vice. By the way, my spectacularly romantic love confession isn't the only surprise I have for you today. Nope. I've got something else up my sleeve. I may have booked us a table at a certain restaurant you've been eyeing for a while. No, I think it's time we had a real date, don't you? No sneaking around, no hiding, No settling for scraps of time between busy schedules. Just you, me, some good food, some breadsticks, and a nice, long evening to enjoy together. What do you say? Good. Good. Well, then in that case, I say we get going. Because I can't wait to start the rest of my life with you. And I'm looking forward to getting my ribs cracked later, if you know what I mean.